Joe, what's up, TikTokers? I try to get a nice background, but it's too far. So, yep, I look crazy sitting here on the projects floor in their little recreational area. But the reason why I'm doing this video is one, cause we gotta get on the TikTok algorithm somehow. But nonetheless, I wanted to share this story that happened on my way to work. So I have like a couple of minutes before I have my first meeting. So I was on my way to work today. Story time, by the way. I was on my way to work, and these two individuals decided to stand right in front of me. And I'm cool with that usually, so I ain't really mind it. But then they started talking, and it wasn't not the regular talk. There was a young man and a woman, probably around my age. So if you know my age, yeah, whatever. But yeah, so she was like coaching him through his interview. Mind you, at first I thought these two were like mother and son. But once I inserted myself in their conversation, I quickly realized, because she said friend, so the age difference was a little puzzling. I was just like, whoa. But you know what? It doesn't even matter. Every young person needs a mentor in their life. And one thing I would say is that this lady, whoever she is important to him. And he listens and probably goes to her for guidance. And here's why I'll say that, because the interview, I was just watching this whole shit fold in front of me, and I was like, oh, at first I was annoyed because they were really loud and they kept repeating the same thing, and the young man was just not catching on, and I was like, it is really not that hard. But then when I realized like it's his first interview, because at first I heard her telling him like, lie, and I'm all with it for lying for a job. Because like there was one time on my resume, I like put that I was like a manager at some, like, I think it wasn't Payless, but I'm gonna use Payless as an example, because Payless is closed down. So if you like use a company that is closed down, they can't verify that. So yeah, so I was like, okay, well, she's not doing it right. She's telling him to lie about his experience and this and that. So I was just listening, being nosy, and I was like, oh, he ain't gonna get the job. I was being so negative in my head. Horrible. But this lady persisted, and she was like, repeat after me, and he kept fumbling, and then after a while, he got it. And it was cute to watch. I was like, oh, look at him. She's over here encouraging him. When you get home tonight, you're gonna have the job. You're gonna tell me you have the job. I was like, you better encourage this little motherfucker. You better. So after she was like doing the initial, like interview, going over his experience, she tested him again and was like, yo, what else do you do? And then he was like, oh, I hang out. I immediately put my head down in shame. Not so much shame, because when you go to an interview and you're like, I hang out, that is kryptonite words. They're not gonna hire you. They're gonna think that you're some lowlife who just is gonna be late to work and got nothing to do, but just wants to come here and make money. So she noticed that I had put my head down, and she was like, no, don't ever say hang out. Don't you ever say hang out. You gotta say something like, and she couldn't find the words. So I was like, recreational activity. She was like, bam, bitch, boom, and gave me a high five. I was like, okay. So I was like, yeah. She was like, do you have anything else? Chime in. Let him know. I was like, bitch, okay, well, first of all, lose the hat, button up your shirt. I mean, like, also, don't ever say hang out. Say recreational activities. You do hobby. You're still in school. You doing educate. Like, I was just going down a rabbit hole with him. But long story short, I was just like, oh, this is so cute. And the funny part is everybody on the train saw this interaction happening. So like when they got off, everybody was like, yeah, good luck, man. Good luck on the job interview. You gonna get it. And it was heartwarming to see this on the train. But yeah, no, I need to learn how to mind my business. Definitely. I definitely need to learn how to mind my business. But that is it. I gotta get to my first story, my first meeting this morning. So, but it's really heartwarming when, just people, humanity come together and just encourage each other and help each other out. And I love seeing it. I gotta do more of that. Possibly. Yeah. All right. Later, y'alls.